Oh, that's two fucking bots in my chat at once. Hello everybody, and this is being really weird right now for some reason. It's taking forever to load. It crashed just a second ago, said that there was no. The fuck? Fucking resource pack unapplied itself. Unapplied, if that makes any fucking sense. My noodles cool? No, they're not. I made noodles. I slaved over a hot microwave to make these instant microwavable fucking cup noodle. Anyway, we're back with more of this world building bullshit. Music's not playing just yet because I am, of course, doing a chapter of The Little Prince first. Listening to that. I got my coffee right here. I got my noodles here. Reading world data. Don't crash because of the fucking Twilight Forest again, because it did crash because of the Twilight Forest earlier. I don't know why. Anyway, here we are, our little tower house in the middle of fucking nowhere. Let me just set up the fucking fire pit again because that kind of had to be destroyed. So, campfire, gravel. Spruce bench. Me accidentally hitting caps lock. Where will we put this for now? Let's just put it here for now. That's about the place that it would be. At least I imagine. Though the benches are a bit off, the benches would be more centered. But I can't really do it that way, because Minecraft is a weird fucking game. Unless I make the fucking campfire too wide, which I don't really want to do that. But anyway. Of course I forgot to do something. But anyway. Go ahead and 3 and get a book real quick for the sake of, I don't fucking know, immersiveness, I guess. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and start track 4, which is chapter 4 of The Little Prince, and I'm gonna make a vague attempt to do some commentary. I forgot to grab my phone. Let me go grab that real quick. I'll be back in just a minute. Okay. I got my phone. It was right over on the couch. Love seat, whatever the fuck it is.
Chapter 4. That was how I had learned a second very important thing, which was that the planet he came from was hardly bigger than a house. That couldn't surprise me much. I knew very well that except for the huge planets like Earth, Jupiter, Mars, and Venus, which have been given names, there are hundreds of others that are sometimes so small that it's very difficult to see them through a telescope. When an astronomer discovers one of them, he gives it a number instead of a name. For instance, he would call it Asteroid 325.
That is, again, tying into a big theme of this story, which is the just creative bankruptcy of adults versus children who love to give very clever names to things. But it's a bit early for commentary, so...
Serious reasons to believe that the planet the little prince came from is asteroid B612. This asteroid has been sighted only once by telescope, in 1909 by a Turkish astronomer, who had then made a formal demonstration of his discovery at an international astronomical congress. But no one had believed him on account of the way he was dressed. Grown-ups are like that. Fortunately for the reputation of asteroid B612, a Turkish dictator ordered his people, on pain of death, to wear European clothes. The astronomer repeated his demonstration in 1920, wearing a very elegant suit, and this time everyone believed him.
And that right there ties into the fact that... Hang on, let my brain kind of catch up and sort of... I'm a little hungry, so it's a little hard to brain right now. Let me just take a bite. These fucking noodles are still way too hot. But yeah, that ties into another issue. And like the big theme of this book and how adults love to think that they're more intelligent or more wise, but then like they'll get really just anal about the dumbest things. And, you know, there was a guy who did like this whole speech. One of my teachers told me about this, where when he walked in, he was walked in wearing just the goofiest fucking getup you could imagine. His like pants were sagging. He was wearing a stained up t-shirt. He had a do-rag on. And everybody in the auditorium was looking at this guy like he was fucking crazy. He leans into the mic, and I don't remember what the teacher said. He said this entire thing was probably made up because this teacher was kind of full of shit, but he did have a good point. And he said something along the lines of, I bet you all are judging me based entirely on my appearance and haven't even taken into consideration that I might have something important to say or something like that. And then he took the fucking outfit off, and it turns out he was wearing a nice, like, ordinary, like, button-up shirt and khakis underneath. You know, the kind that you would wear if you were to work in an office and it was, like, a casual Friday or something. Very nice outfit. But then, like, he gave this whole speech about, you know, the importance of not judging a book by its cover, which, you know, is a very important lesson, and it's a lesson that a lot of adults teach, but then like they'll immediately just be complete fucking hypocrites about it because they'll just judge everybody based on their appearance. Anyway, book.
If I've told you these details about asteroid B612, and if I've given you its number, it is on account of the grown-ups. Grown-ups like numbers. When you tell them about a new friend, they never ask questions about what really matters. They never ask, what does his voice sound like? What games does he like best? Does he collect butterflies? They ask, how old is he? How many brothers does he have? How much does he weigh? How much money does his father make? Only then do they think they know him.
And of course, fucking money. That is something people always bring up. How much does he make? Mind your own business. Why do you care what he makes? Ask me about something important. And that's, spot on. Fucking people love to ask the unimportant shit, you know. Why does it matter how much money he makes? Why does it matter how many siblings he has? You haven't asked me what his name is. You haven't asked me that. It's like, this book, this book makes a lot better points than I remember. But then again, being forced to read a book when you're young kind of ruins the whole fucking experience. That's something I always hated about school. They never bother to try and make things fun. They just force you to do things and expect you to have fun. And then things end up not being fun. Anyway, press and play.
If you tell grown-ups, I saw a beautiful red brick house with geraniums at the window and doves on the roof, they won't be able to imagine such a house. You have to tell them, I saw a house worth 100,000 francs. Then they exclaim, what a pretty house. So if you tell them, the proof of the little prince's existence is that he was delightful, that he laughed, and that he wanted a sheep. When someone wants a sheep, that proves he exists. They shrug their shoulders and treat you like a child. But if you tell them, the planet he came from is asteroid B612, then they'll be convinced, and they won't bother you with their questions. That's the way they are. You must not hold it against them. Children should be very understanding of grown-ups. But of course, those of us who understand life couldn't care less about numbers. I should have liked to begin this story like a fairy tale. I should have liked to say, once upon a time, there was a little prince who lived on a planet hardly any bigger than he was, and who needed a friend. For those who understand life, that would sound much truer. The fact is, I don't want my book to be taken lightly. Telling these memories is so painful for me. It's already been 6 years since my friend went away, taking his sheep with him. If I try to describe him here, it's so I won't forget him. It's sad to forget a friend. Not everyone has had a friend. And I might become like the grown-ups, who are no longer interested in anything but numbers. Which is still another reason why I've bought a box of paints and some pencils. It's hard to go back to drawing at my age, when you've never made any attempts since the one of a boa from inside and the one of a boa from outside at the age of 6. I'll certainly try to make my portraits as true to life as possible. But I'm not...
Oh god, the fucking drawing. That still fucking hits hard, man. Just having to give up on your passion is never fucking fun, and people encouraging you to give up on your passion so you can do something more important. It sucks. It sucks even more when you give up on it because you just lose that fucking passion because the person who's supposed to be making it fun is just sucking all the joy out of it. I've said when I did like the first chapter of this book, I was never really discouraged from my passions, thankfully. My parents were pretty decent about it. They didn't discourage me from anything. They, helped me understand, like, they encouraged me to do things I liked, but to do them as hobbies so that I wouldn't, get burnt out on them, trying to fucking make money off of something that I couldn't make money off of. And that's a good thing. People need to have hobbies. People need to do things they love to do for fun, not for, money. Because at the end of the day, all money is good for is, the shit that we make it good for. And unfortunately, that's everything these days, but... Shut the fuck up, Microsoft. At least they didn't fucking dox my name. My computer automatically named a bunch of files with my real name, and I can't fucking change that. But yeah, I feel bad for anybody who was discouraged from, their hobbies and shit when they were younger. That shit is not okay. Don't ever discourage somebody from doing something they like, unless what they like doing is, actually morally reprehensible, like many ladding small boys. Guess what I've been getting recommended? Yeah, guess what group of people making fun of who I keep getting recommended on YouTube. Anyway, there's like a minute left in this chapter. Let me just...
entirely sure of succeeding. One drawing works, and the next no longer bears any resemblance. And I'm a little off on his height, too. In this one, the little prince is too tall, and here he's too short. And I'm uncertain about the colour of his suit. So I grope in one direction and another, as best I can. In the end, I'm sure to get certain more important details all wrong. But here you'll have to forgive me. My friend never explained anything. Perhaps he thought I was like himself. But I, unfortunately, cannot see a sheep through the sides of a crate. I may be a little like the grown-ups. I must have grown old.
And that's chapter 4. So, I actually had stuff to say about this chapter, which is nice. You know, having stuff to actually say. I do like the themes of this book. It's a very nice book. And, you know, reading it voluntarily is always, you know, it's going to be nicer than being forced to fucking read it as a part of some arbitrary assignment from some fucking teacher who's not going to understand what the book's actually about. But, speaking of stories, we're going to continue with building this world. That tower really is just way too fucking wide, isn't it? It looks perfect on the inside, though. Minecraft, what can you fucking do? Anyway, let's sort of get a vague idea of what the inside's supposed to even look like. First off, beds. Shulker box. Concrete powder. The bed is made a very specific way. Deal with that here. Right. Bottom lab, upper lab. Bedroom. Okay. So, with the bedroom, this is a bit of a fucking odd thing to try and design, but this bed is actually supposed to be, like, round. And it's supposed to, like, rest against the wall and sort of be an oval that kind of fits into the wall. But that's, like, impossible to do because this game is made out of blocks. Well, this is even fucking worse. Oh shit, do I only have the one for... No, I have Mr. Crayfish. I almost forgot about that. What fits more? This or this? And these are too small. And again, this is off-center, so that's fucking wonderful. And to make it even more fucking wonderful, you can't have a coffee table. Like an actual coffee table, because, like, all these tables are too fucking tall. So you end up having to either use a fucking... Where is... What I think I usually do is... Actually, I can just fucking... Yeah, what I usually do is I'll throw down like a stool or something and use it as... And like shorten it so it's, you know, vaguely resembles a coffee table. Or I'll just use a brown stool so it like sort of resembles wood. Definitely need better lighting in here. It's fucking too dark in here. This might cause lights and lamps. The redstone lamp slabs actually look really nice. So I think I'll use those for like the ceiling lights. At least in here. Is my... Yeah, I have my mics through. No, this is the biggest pain in the ass. The bed. Slab. Diorite slab. Quartz. That's what I typically use. No, that's gonna fucking be either shallow or... No, that's too tall. Shit, that's what I was forgetting. What I usually put on the sides here. Because those are too oddly shaped. Is slab walls. Or not slabs, sideways slabs, whatever the fuck they're called. Let me use these. That looks nice. Yeah, I like the way that looks. That fixes the issue with the fucking thing being too close to the wall. Fuck. Forgot, for some reason, the stairs in this fucking mod can't be waterlogged. So you gotta just use regular ass stairs inside. No, that doesn't work. Again, this bath is too fucking large. But, you know, this will do fine. The idea, I think the idea comes across pretty well. I think that I'm conveying the correct idea. Fuck, motherfucker, I just realized. The bed is not supposed to be in that position relative to the bath. So I need to basically rotate the entire fucking room. Fuck. Yeah. Yeah, the bed is supposed to be on the other side. Gotta love how they've fucking improved a bunch of shit that didn't need improved. Meanwhile, the fucking sound quality is still garbage in this game. Well, it's a good thing I didn't fucking have anything down there. I think the bat was too large anyway, so I'll go ahead and sort of narrow it down a bit. I don't know, that's the exact same size. I thought I was narrowing it down. Hmm. I like that. That's better. That looks better to me, at least. Forgot to put the fucking water in. Put it in the fucking hotbar. There's probably an easier way to do that, but I don't care. I think my roommates just got home. What's up, bitches? Fuck you. Alright. That's not right. Wait. Yeah, I put it on the outside so it has more room. Damn it. Fuck. You'd think there would just be a fucking menu. Come on. There we go. And then we put that there, and that there. So there's a little openable area, even though you can just walk through these now. But this just looks nicer to me. And a sink. That's right, bitches. Got a nice little personal bathroom here that's blocked by curtains. What else is there to put here? Let me just pull up all the furniture made from this shit, so I have an idea of what I can put in here. Chair, a few small chairs here and there would be nice. Shelves, of course, we're gonna have shelves, drawer, bench. Those would be outside, so those would be made out of spruce. We've already got those. Mailbox, toilet, jar, cabinetry, drawer, sink. Oh, that would be in here. Storage cabinet. Lattice fence gate, desks. So yeah, that would be that. Desk. Want these under the stairs. That chair's too short. So we'll go with Don't I have... Yeah, I have fucking... This fucking mod, as usual, is always broken. Every combat, more like a fucking no combat. Seriously. It's this fucking mod that always gives me the most trouble. That looks more like a dresser, so we'll go with that. It doesn't look good against that wall, so we'll put it over there. Put some drawers just right there so that I've got something there. Just nice little tables here and there, so we got just places to set shit down. Actually, that looks nice. And we'll have this be just a regular chair against the wall. We'll deal with the other decorations whenever. Let's make this somewhat more organized. That doesn't really work for what I'm doing here. We're just kind of trying to figure things out as we go. Also, what's this wood again? Maple. I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, because those open sideways. Just need something there to make it to where it's not dripping all over the floor. Figure out something that blends a bit better later. Seek a table. When did I do this? There would be like a fucking trash bin there. I feel like there should be like just a little crappy chair just in this room just for someone to sit down on in case they just need to sit somewhere. Actually, it would make more sense for it to be close to the door because like this would be like an area for doing service and stuff. Shelves. It's too wide. Floors. Fucking lag. I heard a train outside and my brain immediately processed it as the fucking one song from Fable that plays anytime something crazy happens. I've been playing Fable a lot recently. And that's the outside, so I don't need that anymore. Thought my phone went off there for a second. Noodles. Try and make this a bit fucking organized. My god. Table, there would have to be quite a few tables in here against the walls and stuff. Again, this would all be round, but I can't make it round because because of Minecraft and all that shit. Desk there. Some more drawers over here. Fucking hell. Table. Shit. There we go. It's about right on the, like, furnishing and shit in here. Wouldn't want to cover up Brian's little hidey hole there. Let's put those there. I'm going to be adjusting the furniture as I go to make it less nonsensical. Little chair against the wall over here. And then up here, wait, no. This is going to be a different table, but I need to put a placeholder in for a minute. This table actually is possibly in the way. but again, I'll adjust as I need to. I think there needs to be a large desk somewhere. Where is it? There we go. It's not exactly what it's supposed to be. Yeah, this would be like the standing desk. Not sure what this would be specifically used for, but... Oh, you know what mod I am missing? Butchery. Fuck, it's too close to this wall, and this wall needs to be used for something else. Damn it. I forgot to grab the other thing. Whatever, I'll fix it in a minute. Alright, that's good enough for now. Already finished this room for the most part. Up here. Not really much I needed to do up here. Just need to put like some shelves and stuff down. Because this is storage. This is mostly going to be barrels and chests. And of course, desk under the stairway. There's not one in the floor below because, or not the floor below, the other floor because of reasons. Moving on from that, let's go over our functional blocks and see what all makes sense to actually have in here. Because I don't want to just throw random shit down that would, you know, make this, oh, it's a nice little house in Minecraft, but, because that's not really the intended purpose of this. You know, there's supposed to actually be stuff that, you know, makes sense. Let's go floor by floor, though. You know, room by room, floor by floor, all that kind of shit. Starting with the basements. This room, which I kind of forgot about. Look at what we got to work with. See what makes sense. Fuck. Sea lantern, crafting table, stone cutter, cartography table, fletching instruments. Right. Mm. Chest, barrel. Not entirely sure what the fuck a shide is, but I'm sure it means something. And we're going with spruce down here because it's outside of the main house. Biomes of plenty. This is all like biome shit. Twilight forest. I think there's specific chests. Yes! Actually, would prefer to use canopy chests because they look nicer. General. Bedroom. Kitchen. Outdoors. Storage. This is what I want. Already got this drawer. Crates. Also Dusty's decorations, which I haven't really been using as much as I probably should. Anyway, wrong way. This might make more sense. Possibly make more sense. Shit. No, they're supposed to be crates. Okay, so it's actually supposed to be like a giant pile of crates here. Or a relatively large pile of crates, I guess. I don't fucking know. And then, like, barrels. Well, in the wise words of someone, fuck it good enough. Oh, also, there's supposed to be a door down here. This one that I want. What material is this door made out of again? Deck. Alright. That has been decored. Decorated. Decorumed. Oh, whatever the fuck. Alright, moving on to the next basement. Brian's room. I just realized I haven't been fucking listening to music this whole time. I thought this stream seemed a little quiet. Well, I guess we're fucking starting the music now. I knew I was gonna forget about that. I knew I should have left the fucking window open. I'm stupid. Wait, let me just... And yes, Brian also gets his own personal bathroom. The downstairs bathroom is more just there for convenience. And also for guests. Oh wait, it's basin for the bathroom. Oh, right, yeah, it's supposed to be wide because... just want plenty of room. Shit. Why is this so fucking loud on my end? Oh, it's because I turned my fucking headphones all the way up. Damn it. I'm just gonna have to move the fucking lamp on the outside. Whatever. It doesn't look bad like that, I just didn't feel like having them in fucking spots like that. I just wanted it to look a certain way, but yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a little different. Oh, this is a remix of a really good song. The fucking words are all over the place with this remix. I don't know if that's faster or not. Yeah, no, this is faster. Alright, what? All use those. I like these, so I'm gonna use a couple of these. Brian likes books. The fuck? Ow. Why does it feel like something's missing? You can just sort of scan through these. Can't really think what I'm missing here. I'll figure something out. That's what I'm looking for. A nice chair. Which chair shall we use? I think that chair is the right height. Oh, looks pretty good. This is on the wrong side of it, though. Wonder. Nah, that looks like crap. No, those don't look good. He's not there. I feel like there needs to be more stuff here. Like stacks of books and stuff. Come on, I know these fucking things can appear different ways. Yeah, it'll work. I think this will do for now. There needs to be actual stuff in here. Fucking, of course, we're gonna have a jukebox in the corner. This isn't even just because, you know, oh, it's, you know, you have a fucking jukebox somewhere. It's like, you're gonna... Words. Brain's not braining right now. Turn fucking headphones down so I can sort of think. It's like, of course you're gonna have a fucking jukebox in any Minecraft home. Like, I get, yeah, I'm not doing this to make it look like Minecraft, but it's like, come on. You gotta have a fucking jukebox. actually make this a little easier on myself. Go over what needs to go where. I'm not gonna put a furnace down. We'd have to have a stove somewhere instead. Just going down the various menus by those points. Where are these? Some Japanese thing that I don't know anything about because I'm dumb. Tea set. The fucking course we're gonna have a tea set somewhere. Put it over there. Not gonna have it anywhere else. The fuck's a bogu? Again, Japanese thing. I don't know what it is because I'm not Japanese. And I'm a big dum-dum. We'll go ahead and probably get the flower boxes out of the way because those are going to be somewhere at least. Service bell. We got one of the fucking Terraria controls. Brain not braining. So red sofa and red stools. We're just gonna put these in Brian's little area. Let's not put that right next to the bathroom. That works. Red stool. And I don't really have any use for this. Maybe just put it against the wall here. Just so there's a bit more fucking, you know, decoration down here. As for the chiseled bookshelves, we're gonna have a couple of these up in the second lab. It's the only real place that needs to even be. Composter. Well, these are supposed to just sort of be trash bins, but of course you're going to have one up here. No real need to have one in the room, I guess. In the main lab, of course we're going to have at least one in the main lab. Cauldron. One in here for the alchemy setup. That's not the right block. I just heard my fucking roommate quoting Brandon Rogers. Probably use a hammer on that. start hitting stuff with the hammer. Oh, I guess I can't use the fucking hammer on these. Fuck. No, that's kind of dumb. You can use the hammer on them in the fucking... And I hate giving this any credit, but you can use the hammer on them in that other fucking... the expansion on Xbox, the version on Xbox, or the Bedrock Edition, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Let's go ahead and knock out the issue with the flower boxes. I need to keep this out while I work with this stuff. That's too wide. So I'll just not put a flower box on that window. Oh, right, there's no windows on the back wall. It feels like there should be, though. Is there any room for a window back here? There is, in fact, room for a window back here. But the question is... Yeah, no, I can't put a flower box there because it'll be right about the fucking entry to the cellar. I guess no more flower boxes on the house. Put one here. Should I put one here? I guess. It gives more character to the tower, at least. No more flower boxes. For benches. Go ahead and put a bench right there. They're too close together. I'll figure out what goes back here later. I know there's gonna be like at least a shed somewhere and a like little cottage back here connected to a character who I have yet to mention because I haven't really been mentioning characters that much. It's my zombie, or Rimey's zombie, I guess. Rimey, mine. There's really not much point in differentiating until I've actually started like doing the lore and shit. Missed crayfish. Don't really need electronics. Again, there's not going to be a lot of electronics in a fantasy setting. God damn it, I've got another bot. Why do I have so many bots so far? Mailbox. Yeah, of course. Actually, I think you just put the name and it'll be good enough. What else? Storage jars, barrels. Oh fuck, I completely skipped over a bunch of this stuff. Stool, don't really have much use for that. Bedroom stuff. None of this I have use for. I've already done the kitchen, mostly. Outdoors. This is all like modern stuff, so this doesn't really make much sense to... Oh, wait! Lattice fences. Yes. Bathroom. Already done all the bathroom areas, so moving on from that. We fucking ban this piece of shit. You'd think after banning the 100th or so... Ban. Stop making me try to... Bot. You'd think after banning the 100th or so bot that they would just stop fucking targeting my streams. But they don't. They just keep targeting my fucking streams. Canopy chest. Do I need a chest in here? Nope. Do I need a jar in here? It makes sense to have one in here. Let's put it up there, actually. Canopy chests in here. It feels like I should have one in here. I just don't really know where I'd... Oh, right. I usually put a chest right here. Does that look? No, that doesn't really work. I like the look of that. So I think I'll go ahead and leave that there. Some canopy chests here and there. I'll do the same thing up here. And there would be like little step ladders somewhere. We'll just say they're in storage for now, so I don't have to worry about it. We'll put one under the stairway. Just sort of fill in that space. I need one up here. Yeah, fuck it, we'll put one up here regardless. Regardless. Right, this is supposed to be a lot bigger. And there would be like barrels and shit here, but I'll deal with that later. More of the same. That looks nice. So far. And no real need to put any chests up here, because that's gonna, again, mostly be plants. Storage jars. And do I really need storage jars in here? Not really. No. Don't need a jar in here. I need to install butchery because I need like the hearts and jars and stuff for here, but until that's installed, just some jars on this table for now. Not gonna put any more jars down because there's gonna be a lot more stuff I need to go over. And then here, that'll probably be replaced, but again, in case I want to use it for anything else. So you know, like, anyway, get rid of that. Now, as for the lattice fence and stuff, this is going to be the little garden area, which is actually going to be a garden, so 1, 2, 3, 3. Two, 3, 4. All this fucking grass. This is why I, to this day, stand by the opinion that tall grass was not as good of an addition to this game as people think it was. Because it is always in the way, and it just causes so many issues. So many more than it's worth. What? Why? Okay. Well, it's been like an hour and a half, so I'm gonna be wrapping up soon. I'm gonna put a trapdoor there so it's just covered. What resembles the path most? There was a mod I had that added like more half slabs and shit to the game. Just need some placeholder shit for now. I don't know where the hell seeds would be, so... I would install more mods for whatever. For like plants and stuff, my brain kind of stopped for a second. But again, this is all kind of just placeholder shit to give a general idea of how this is supposed to look. Neat. That instantly grew. As much as I'm getting into the flow of this, I do need to go ahead and call an end to the stream here. So I'm going to wrap up here, and we're going to play Half-Life tomorrow. I'll do more world building shit later on. This honestly is... I don't know. Not that important, I guess, is the best way to describe this. It's just sort of stuff that I'm doing to sort of kill time and, you know, fill in space and shit. But yeah, other than that, thanks to everybody who tuned in. And until next time, bye-bye.